And we'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. It is Friday night in the UK as I'm recording this, and I just watched Gotham final season, episode 2. It was a good episode. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as episode 1. Episode 1 was amazing, to be fair. That was just an epic start. To be fair, it's episode 1. You would expect it to be. But episode 2 was not as good, but still good. I quite enjoyed it. It mainly focused around two things. Basically, at the end of episode 1, Jim Gordon talked about going out and helping people in the streets, and that's what they do in this episode. They go out and help some kids. So it focuses around Jim, Harvey, and GCPD helping out people, and also it focuses around Bruce Wayne finding a cure for Selena Kyle. So yeah, that's what it focuses around mainly. There's other things as well with Barbara Gordon and the Riddler as well. He's in here as well. Not much happens with his character in this episode. Having said that, it's pretty interesting to see. It's pretty interesting to see how he's developing, and I want to see like what they do with this character this season. It's gonna be awesome. I just can't wait for this to like progress. I need more of this. I need more of this. When I saw that preview at the end of episode 1, that preview for the rest of the season, that was just epic. Like for some reason I thought that was a preview for episode 2, but I was wrong about that. But yeah, based on the previews I've seen, I just can't wait for the rest of the season. But yeah, I like this episode. I really like it. To focus around Jim Gordon, Jim, Harvey, and the rest of GCPD with armored vehicles. They go into a dark zone because obviously someone's made it to the GCPD to ask them for help, and they've gone down to a building with a group of people. I don't know what they call these, mercenaries or something. I don't know what they are, but they're using kids as slaves to build like a tunnel, I think. And Jim and Harvey and the rest of the cops, they go down there to save them basically, and they get most of them out for the most part until one of the tires blew. Literally, there was like 4 vehicles. Everyone got out apart from the last one. The last one obviously had a few kids, Jim and Harvey, because that's what would happen in Gotham. That's just what would happen. So yeah, they have to run off, which is pretty interesting because they end up in a little haunted house where there's a woman who butchers people, and it's like, well, that escalated, didn't it? For a second I thought it was Mr. Pig, Professor, whatever his name is. Is it Mr. Pig or Professor Pig? I don't know. I thought it was him, but it was just some woman. They get out of that pretty quickly though. They get tricked by a kid, and then she tries to kill them both, Jim and Harvey, and it just doesn't take them that long to get out of it. It just, you know, it's just a simple, like, it's just like a routine. You just can't get them too easily, to be fair. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. But yeah, that just went like so fast. Like, one moment they're trapped in this haunted house with someone who butchers human beings. There's a butchered body in the house as well. So there's another thing. It's scary, and they just get out of it like pretty quickly. That's not a complaint, by the way. But I thought it was pretty funny how they just got out of it like just like that. Anyway, they get out, and the people who they took the kids from, they arrive and find Jim, because obviously there's a price on Jim's head. The Penguin wants Jim dead. Penguin is not in this episode, but he wants Jim dead, and obviously people want him, and the people who he took the kids off, obviously they want to kill him because of the bounty. But then another group turns up. I don't know what they're called either. I don't know the names of all these groups for some reason. I keep forgetting. And I know their names, then I don't know their names. But anyway, the group that were enslaving the kids found Jim, and they had like 3 kids with them. The rest of them were saved, but there was 3 left that they had to like protect. Jim and Harvey were both there protecting him, and they leave their haunted house, and they're just there waiting. Well, they're not waiting, but they get a car working, hot wire car, and suddenly they arrive. And yeah, the people who he stole the kids from, the people who he saved the kids from, and another group as well turn up as well after them, and they're like, nope, he's my kill, you know, the usual conversation. And then what happens is he gets saved by Barbara, because oh yeah, before the episode, I didn't mention this at the start of the episode, he goes to Barbara to ask for help, for a favor, and she's not too happy about it, obviously, because the Penguin killed Tabitha, and Jim did nothing to save her. So obviously she'd be a bit angry about that, and they have history as well. So that's another thing. It's pretty interesting how they went a different route with Barbara. You know, I'm pretty sure this isn't like the normal storyline for her. Obviously, I appreciate that. I mean, I do like accurate material. Having said that, I like how to do it differently with certain characters. I think it's cool to change it up. So I think that's a pretty cool side of things. But yeah, Barbara comes in. She kills basically. Well, she kills her and Gordon saves. I mean, she kills everyone, almost everyone, apart from the leader of the guy who enslaved kids. And he's about to kill Barbara, and Jim shoots him. So that's like returning the favor. Basically, they save each other's lives. But yeah, they call a truce basically, and they work together. And yeah, Jim and Harvey, they take the kids to a place where there's some apartments there, and there's a safe place in the city. And I'm like, okay, like where was this place all this time? Never heard about it to this episode. But yeah, it's good to know that there's at least like one safe corner in the city that people can find refuge in. I think that's awesome. Having said that, it is Gotham, so you bet villains will find that place for sure. Like it's going to happen. So that's not going to be good. So hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Bruce becomes Batman sooner than later. But yeah, that was a pretty cool, interesting storyline. But obviously, Barbara wants to kill the Penguin, and yeah, well, she's definitely going to try, but I don't think. I have a feeling Penguin survives all this. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. But I guess they're working together. So there's that. And meanwhile, while all of this is happening, obviously Bruce Wayne is told to find a witch. And there's three people guarding the witch. There's like multiple dead bodies outside, and there's 3 people guarding her. They locked her in basically, locked her into a room to stop her. And obviously Bruce wants to speak to her to find a cure for Selina. So there's 3 men outside. They let him in for 5 minutes, and they turn out to be Poison Ivy. So yeah, I knew, like before they revealed it, I knew it was going to be Poison Ivy. Like all the plants around and the little theme song playing, you could just tell it's Poison Ivy. It was a bit obvious. But yeah, obviously Poison Ivy and Selina had a little falling out, I'm pretty sure, in previous seasons. So that's pretty interesting, because Bruce is asking Poison Ivy. I should just say Ivy. That's her name. Bruce is asking Ivy to help save Selina. He doesn't say who it's Selina until like after they get out, but basically he helps her get out, and he trusts her, only for her to betray him, because she just goes and kills the 3 guards right in front of him. So that's pretty brutal. But to be fair, she does help him find a seed. There's a seed that apparently helps cure the body. It connects the tissues. I can't remember what she said, but it helps repair, because Selina's spine is obviously broken, which is why she can't walk. And obviously this seed, a plant seed that Ivy can find, can actually help her if she swallows it. So yeah, Ivy gives that to Bruce, and Bruce gets back, and he gives it to her, and well, things go wrong. She starts shaking. But having said that, like I think like a few hours later, I think she stops. Like I don't know. Well, what's the word for it when someone's constantly shaking, having a seizure? I guess that's what she was having. I don't know. There's something wrong with her, and then suddenly everything was fine again, and then before you know it, she's up walking again. So that's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, it worked. It worked. Having said that, what was that at the end? You can see her eyes has gone green, and I'm just thinking like, Poison Ivy, what have you done? What have you done? They ended it there as well. Ended it there. Damn it! You just turn around. No, you don't turn around. But basically, she's walking again, and Bruce is like, "Yes, it worked." And they're hugging each other, and then Selina opens her eyes, and it's just green. Poison Ivy. Ivy, what have you done? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. Let's go back to Jim and Harvey, and when they're stuck in the haunted house with the butcher. The kid looks them into there's a kid there, another kid they didn't save the kid. There's another kid who's already in the house, the kid locked him in the room and put strobing lights or something, and apparently it makes you collapse. I don't know how that works, but it makes you feel nauseous, and it makes you collapse. And Harvey was like, Jim, I don't feel so good. And I'm like, oh, come on. I have suffered enough with Infinity War. Okay, you did not have to remind me of this. What a reference, though. I appreciate that reference. I know what you're doing there, Gotham. I appreciate it. I'm a Marvel fan too, right? I loved Infinity War, but the "I don't feel so good" line, to use that in this, damn it, damn it. I'm just like, damn you, Gotham. But fair play. You can tell it's direct reference. I love it. I do love it. But yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier. Sorry. I have it written down here. Like, I have some little like notes that I talk about, so I don't miss anything. So I should really look at that more. But yeah, I liked it. I like how it focused around just the 2 bits instead of like everything like muddled up. So yeah, I can't wait to see Bane, even though it doesn't look that good from the photos. But I can't wait to see Bane. I can't wait to see what they do with all the characters, really, just all of them in general. So yeah, looking forward to the next. I think it's 13 episodes, right? I think, pretty sure. Well, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I can't wait to see how it ends as well. It's gonna be epic. So yeah, based on the previews as well, it's gonna be unreal. This was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bring on next week. See ya.